I watched the match between Floyd Mayweather and Gotti last week, and it was insane. Now, I'm not exactly a professional boxing fan and tons of respect for the sport, but I don't really follow it. But I did go to watch this match because it was my birthday weekend, and I went to Miami to enjoy it. And one of my friends surprised me with courtside tickets for this match, and I was like, why not? So I went to see my first ever professional boxing match, and boy, was that a good decision. It was phenomenal. I loved every second of it. Even though the match ended without a winner, but Floyd Mayweather absolutely stole the show. He owned Gotti in the ring, and it was incredible to watch how he did that. And that's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about today. I was absolutely awestruck by the way Floyd carried himself. Somehow that guy was able to command the attention of the entire boxing arena with his mere presence. No, I'm not talking about the kind of attention the crowd would obviously give to the two boxers about to fight in front of them. Nah, he had this aura around him that you could sense from a mile away. Like, even if you didn't know who Floyd Mayweather was, you would look at him and say that he simply wasn't some average guy. One look at him and you would know he was operating at an entirely different wavelength. That he was one of the best, somebody who has given it his everything to become one of the legends in his field. It got me thinking, what was it about Floyd's behavior, demeanor and body language overall that gave him this aura of success and greatness? And I've come up with 4 major points that I think contributed to a lot of this. I have a very strong feeling that they're also a major reason behind Floyd's success in his career, because many of these are actually core characteristics of successful entrepreneurs. Even though most of you may never want to pursue a career in boxing, there's still a lot you can learn from Floyd. Let's begin. First up, teamwork is everything. I don't know if you saw the fight or not, but Gotti entered the boxing ring alone. His team was there, but they didn't walk up with him to the ring. It was just him, which I thought was okay, but when you put it against how Mayweather walked up to the ring, it's not hard to see which one was more powerful. When you're about to face a challenge, any challenge, with the support and presence of the people close to you, no matter how much the odds are stacked against you, it just seems a lot easier to overcome than if you were facing the challenge alone. And that boost of confidence does end up helping you perform better against that particular challenge. The same applies to successful entrepreneurs. People talk about them as though they are one-man armies who are able to overcome everything on their own. But really pick out the life stories of any successful entrepreneur, any one of them. Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, all of them. Yes, all of them had hundreds, if not thousands of people working with them to create the empires they have now. And I'm sure Gotti's got a team of people helping him out as well, you know. But when you have your team on your side physically, when you're walking up to a challenge, that feeling of safety and assurance is just something different. The other thing that I picked up about Floyd's behavior that I think helps give off that legend-like aura was the way he kept his cool against Gotti. Now, Floyd is an absolute legend in the world of boxing, the absolute best of the best. But if you think that's why he had no reason to worry, think again. Floyd Mayweather actually had a lot more to lose in this match compared to Gotti. Unlike him, Floyd retired back in 2017 with a legendary reputation as a boxer. If he beat Gotti, people would shrug and say, oh yeah, no surprise. Floyd's one of the greatest boxers of this time, no wonder he beat Gotti. But if Floyd lost the match, that would raise a lot of eyebrows, and his reputation as an elite boxer would definitely take a hit. So yeah, I think Floyd had a lot more to worry about than Gotti. Yet if you saw the first few rounds of the fight, he was absolutely toying with Gotti and making quite the show of it. Floyd didn't even wear a mouth guard in the fight, and he was occasionally putting his hand down, basically not treating Gotti as a threat at all. But as I explained earlier, Floyd actually had a lot more to lose from the match. So it was impressive that he was doing all of this. I bet part of him did fear a negative outcome of the match, but the fact that he didn't show it gave him an edge in two ways. By giving him more confidence and leaving his mind clear to think properly, and by throwing Gotti off of his game through his unbothered look. And again, this ability to keep it cool, or at least appear cool during a high pressure situation, is something all successful entrepreneurs have to develop. And I think Floyd masterfully leveraged that exact attribute during his fight against Gotti. Another thing I noticed about Floyd's strategy during the first few rounds of the match was that he was holding off on going on the offense. Sure, he landed a punch or two when he saw a clear chance, but overall you could tell he wasn't going all in on the attack. He was measuring, observing, and analyzing his opponent, letting Gotti make the first moves and defending against the attacks. He was taking note of Gotti's strategy, and once he knew his opponent well, that's when he went into the attack mode and used his true strength. There's a lesson for all aspiring entrepreneurs in here as well. You've got to get better at listening and observing the environment around you. Don't be quick in your action. Wait, pause, assess the situation, and then decide how to proceed. Do this, and I can't guarantee you success, but I can definitely guarantee that it'll work better than acting on impulse. The final quality of successful entrepreneurs that I saw in Floyd that day was always carrying yourself with grace, especially when you don't get things your way. When the referee called the match off after the 6th round, Floyd kept his calm. He simply went with the flow of events and accepted the situation for what it was. But Gotti, he completely lost control of his emotions and started swinging punches at Floyd. He lost his grace, and there were hundreds and hundreds of people there to see that. What resulted from it? Nothing good. It led in an all-out brawl between the two camps, and it proved that Gotti did not deserve to be in the ring with a legend like Floyd Mayweather. In life, you'll come across many situations where it'll be very hard to keep your composure and act gracefully. But that's the real test of character. Anyone can act composed when things are actually going their way. But you know your strong character if you're able to maintain that composure when things aren't. I think all of the qualities, habits, and demeanors I've discussed above are both a major reason and a direct result of Floyd Mayweather's success in his life. And the sooner you adopt these qualities yourself, the better. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more motivational content like this, please consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that bell to stay up to date with all my latest videos. I'll see you in the next one.